Monday. The sunshine has left us. We are now inundated with sky water. Glorious, glorious sky water. Right. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? My chi is beginning to flow. You ready, Myro? You magical monkey? Let's do this. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Where's my sip? Painting goo goo goo. It's painting feckin' goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. What will we goo? Nobody knew what we goo. Not even me. I don't even know what we goo. Painting goo. Sip rant goo. Painting goo. Oh, stretching goo. Oh, my shoulders. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Caffeine. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting feckin' goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. What will we goo? Nobody knew what we goo. Painting goo. Sip rant goo. Paint rant sip. Future painting goos, it's going to be. Today's sip is brought to you by Monkey Coffee. Painting goo. Goo, goo, goo. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Paint, sip, ram, goo goo. It's goo 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 goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. What will we goo? Nobody knew what we goo. On painting goo. Goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. Oh, my spina knows it's time for the goo. Right. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Goo, 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 goo. Such beautiful piano playing, brought to you by our own resident petrified primate, Myro the Magical Monkey, praying us in on another glorious episode of Painting Goo. Right! Enough of that shit. If you, filthy mortals, have any honor, you will pay the monkey so he doesn't go hungry. Greetings, my beloved Japonita, and welcome to another glorious episode of Painting Goo with me, your illustrious demi-divine host, Defenderu-sama, demigod of PEINTEINGU. I have returned, yet again, for the 341st time, I believe. I have recently been redoing the numbers of the episodes in between uploads to Rumble and such. And this has been an interesting adventure, to say the least. Excuse me, whilst I descend into proper PEINTEINGU posture. Ah, now that was a smooth stool. Ah, there's nothing like a smooth stool to get the chi flowing. Glorious. Ah, my shoulders are stiff, but it will not stop me from gooing this fine Monday. The temperature has reduced slightly, not completely, but slightly. And as a result, there has been much sky water, but the ground needs it, and it has been quite refreshing. So, we shall not be as normal Irish people and complain about the weather ad nauseum for centuries, non-stop. It is one of the things that I actually criticize about my Irish heritage, is our ability to complain even when we live on one of the most gloriously peaceful pieces of land in the entire realm, is complaining about the weather in Ireland, where the weather is never anything to complain about. No tsunamis, no tornadoes, no volcanoes, no earthquakes, no animals that can kill you whilst walking about the place. Nothing! Not a thing! Yes, my glorious female, what do you want? What? Oh! Give me a break! You, proving my pointer! Proving my pointer! The female simply says, yeah, but it's shite. Typical! Typical! Absolutely typical. It is true, you are more Irish than I am. You are more Irish than I am. It is true. What you said the other night is true. You are far more Irish. The red does not mean I'm Irish. It means I probably have some raping and pillaging in my bloodline. That's what it means. I descend from Viking blood, not Irish blood. The Irish have black hair, blue eyes, and they're very small. Me, I am very tall for an Irishman, and I'm not even 6-footer. That tells you how small Irish people are. I stand, generally, half a head above other Irish people. Generally. That does not mean there are not tall Irish people. There are. Some of our rugby players are fucking huge. But I think that's just rugby players. Or that testosterone and potatoes. Anyway, today, on this gloriously wet, dreary, grey, yet still beautiful. Beautifully wet. Glorious. Moist, even though moist tends to be disgusting. There's something about the word moist. It's just uncomfortable. We return to Israel, of all places. The one time I pick where to go, we end up in Israel. Gods, you mock me. We're a pair of Jews, soon to be joined by many other Jews, because as was greatly and appreciatory, I was grateful to receive the information from Emmanuel Godsonu that I neglected to make the connection between great and Jews, and put in a sewer grate with some Jews escaping from said grate. So, that will be placed somewhere here in the middle ground. Foreground-ish. Suppose this is the middle ground. I care not for semantics, this is PEINTEINGU, not fine painting. Anyway, these two Jewish fucks are doing that filthy business where they place their sins in something and then kill it. Except instead of a chicken, they have erected to, for some reason, butcher and burn an elk. And from what I can gather and from what I have heard and seen over the years, I do not believe there are any elk in Israel. If there are, let me know, and I won't care. Staburu-sama. Emmanuel Godsonu. Margie-sama. How are you, Margie? Are you well? How are you hearing? How is your rib cage? Ironman Meru. Welcome. How's your Monday morning? Desmondo-sama. Irish have the privilege of complaining about weather. I shall gladly hand off a nor'easter to you potato niggeroos in exchange for dreary rainy weather. Indeed. We have the luxury to complain about the weather, even though it's like complaining about war when you're not involved in one, to be quite honest. Did you just tell me to shut up? She knows I'm right. She knows I'm right. That's what it's like. It's like complaining about war when you're not even in one. That's how the Irish people complain about the weather. No tornadoes. No genuine lightning storms. No proper ones where people die and shit. No volcanoes, no sand blizzard stormies, no snow, no sand, what are those fucking things called? Sandstorms, no blizzards. It never goes below 10. It never goes over 30.
It never goes below 10.
When's the last time it was minus 11?
10 is not a minus.
When? Answer the question, female. When was the last time it was minus 11?
Sorry, when's the last time it went below 10? 10.
Minus 10?
That's not what you said.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, well.
When was the last time it went below minus 10?
That's not what you said.
That's what I meant. You do that shit all the time. Say something, and then I'm like, well, that's not what you said. And you're like, well, you know what I meant. If you can do it, I can do it, female.
No.
Yes. Hi. There's going to be an intense frogging later. Or frog that booty of yours. Sometimes you have to tell the female what the fuck. Right. It's still very warm. Despite the cooling. It's still very warm. Sweating. Even though it's grey and miserable, I'm still sweating. So yes, we return. I was about to say to Gaza. We return to Israel. As I place my royal rag on my divine knee in preparation for the coup. To finish off this fine picture, where two Jews are sacrificing an elk. They have decapitated it and are burning its corpse. I know not what kind of satanic adjacent magic they are performing on the head. No doubt there will be some Jewish people who take offense to me conflating Judaism with Satanism. I don't care. The symbols are very similar. Very feminine. Lots of triangles. Stars. And you're big fans of wearing black with big hats. Like Jack the Ripper. If I came across one of these fuckers in a dark alleyway, I don't know if someone was going to throw a Torah at me, try to sell me something, or gut me alive. I'm just being honest. Now, amidst the rubber and the tanks and the jets, which is not me being stereotypical, by the way, I consulted the Oracle Google and I was shown these things. Jet fighters, rubber, tanks, I didn't even see any of these. And these are the people that live there. Not a single Google image showed me any dudes in big or tiny or... Sumimasen. Tuna. Glorious. Yes, no big hats, no small hats, no noses, apart from Netanyahu, but I believe his ears are bigger than his nose. And his forehead. That hairline has receded all the way to hair. What an ugly fuck. I suppose one could argue that Trump is uglier than Netanyahu. Trump is like festering goblin with toupee, whereas Netanyahu is more like old genie. Right, without any further ado, I shall engage the tunes. Today is Monday, so be prepared. There's going to be a lot of metal. And Desmondo-sama has provided us with a tune by Amon Amarth, or whatever the fuck they're called. Amon Amarth, yes. I'm not playing it, because it's not my style, to be honest. It's not that it's bad, but I don't like it. It's old school metal, and a lot of old school metal is shit. There's no two ways about it. A lot of old school metal is terrible. Especially the black stuff. And I don't mean skin color. I mean the melodic gothic shit. A lot of it is terrible, in my humble opinion. So, we shall be engaging the metal, the real metal, today. But I haven't decided what that is, because I haven't had a look at the choices yet. I am now, as we speak, as I speak, as you listen. Part of me just wants to play that metalcore one again, because it fucking slaps. Let me see. Yes, I am in the mood for this one. I do believe there's no heavy vocals, and there's some, because it is metalcore, there are some beautiful melodies. So, today, it shall be this one. I really like this one. Right, let's get some goo on this parrot. We get these bitches wet as we finish off Israel. Let me know how it sounds. Is it too loud? Is my voice too low? If you complain about my voice, you're probably just gay. Oh, your voice doesn't sound right. I hate that shit. Complaining is for females. You either love PEINTEINGU, and you live and you laugh with PEINTEINGU, or you can fuck right off you. Right. First call of order. Let's finish off this jet, shall we? Alright, Boris. Look at him. He's so fluffy. He's so fuzzy. Your assessment is fair and just, Defender-sama. Even a famous band like Behemoth, with their melodic brutality, have their vocals racking talent. I wasn't talking about you, Margie. I was wondering why you put the emotes in the chat. I wasn't talking about you, Margie. When anytime I'm ever talking about bitches or silly female things, it does not include you or typically that female. My female. That one in the background. The one I'm pointing at, but you can't see it because my finger's behind the canvas. Right. They can't see you. Huh? Yes, that female, the one I'm pointing at right now. That one. If these people knew what you were really like, you dirty, dirty bitch. Painting. Goo 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 goo. Right. I need some gray. I need some gray. With the white and the black. Together, they will make gray. It's probably going to fart. Oh, Jesus. Disgusting. Even when you know it's coming, it's still disgusting. Right, time to get the bitches wet. Painting. Goo 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 goo. This is one. One of my regular bitches. The number 6 roundhead. The Cotman. A glorious bitch. Versatile. Well made. Painting. Goo, 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 goo. Excuse me, Micah. You will probably notice, or maybe you won't, I don't really care, that Micah no longer squeaks. Micah no longer squeaks. I caved, I rubed him up. He thoroughly enjoyed it. And now he squeaks no longer. I caved. And I applied Vaseline to microphone. It was necessary. Right, take some whiter. A few squirts from my tiny mister to allow the goo to flow freely. And then we take some brag. Oh. Sumimasen. Sumimasen. It's beginning to taste like coffee. Rest like tuna. The geppos are transforming. On the fry. Right, let me see. What kind of jet would be flying over Israel? You would know better than I would, Desmondo-sama. What kind of jet would be dropping bombs on Israel? The Israelis have been known to bomb their own people. Am I just making that shit up? Am I being like that candle-faced bitch right now? Am I spreading rumors? I could have sworn I heard that before, that the Israelis have been known to bomb their own shit. I mean, Jewish, lightning, you know? I mean, like, that just seems like their culture. PEINTEINGU, go, 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 go. F-16, F-15, and yes, Hannibal Doctrine is what you refer to. The Hannibal Doctrine! I am sure Micah giggled with glee at receiving his greasing. He did not make a sound. He just stared at me with those googly eyes and that mouth agape. It was disturbing, to say the least. Made me very uncomfortable. And he knows it. Israel. Indeed. Yes, Israeli jet for sure. Capital letters. Ooh, Emmanuel meant that one. So either of those jets would be in prey for such an event. They even possess some old Soviet equipment in storage if they wish to force frag Russian attack. Ah, how convenient. They are nothing if not resourceful, are they not? Wibbly wobbly. Wibbery wobbery. Right. I shall consult Google to find an image of this F-16. Let me see. Israeli F-16. Painting, go, go. Go, 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 go. Wow, that's a lot more complicated than this thing is. Right, get some browns, get some greens. That thing has a lot of firepower on it. I see bombs, missiles. A formidable looking plane. Right. I need tan. I need tan again. That's what I need. We shall use yarrow ochre as the base. Have olive green. They make it paler. I do believe this is my favorite genre of metal, apart from gent in quotes. Or progressive. Metalcore. Love it. Perfect blend of heavy and melodic. Beautiful, yet brutal. The yin with the yang. Right, let me see. It's a bit bulkier than this thing is. First, the desert camo. Shall add some white to the yarrow ochre. Paintingu, goo goo goo. Paintingu, goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo, painting goo goo goo, goo 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 goo, painting goo goo goo, goo 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 goo. Some squirting to allow the goo to flow freely. You think that payload is impressive? You should look up the F-16 Extra Large, which never got past prototype phase. Ah. Gee, I wonder why. Sir, there is literally no reason why we would ever need that many missiles and bombs on one plane. But the orcs must die! No, seriously. Painting goo goo goo, painting goo goo goo, It's vaguely going to look like M16. The measurements are completely off. proportionality on this plane is fucked. Do I give a damn? No. Should you? Definitely not. Painting goo goo goo. Remember to thrash that right button like it has insulted your ancestors. Riker, sharer, subscriber to PEINTEINGU, or you have no honor, filthy mortal scum. Go a bit darker to do the shading. The underbelly of the Jetta. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. If things go well, I shall be meeting the Big Bear himself at Rio in 2 weeks' time. Ah, excellent! Lending your hand to the workings of Rio. Glorious, Staburo-sama. Glorious. It would be an honor to be able to make the trip and fell some trees and lend a helping hand. One day I will be financially stable enough to make the trip, to lend a helping hand. Until then, I go. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo, painting goo 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 goo, painting goo 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 goo. Are the camouflage patterns on the underbelly of the vehicle also? Or is it just on top? Painting goo, goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Get some weaponry on this bitch. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Looks all wrong. Painting goo 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 goo. I do love gouache. So opaque, dries so fast. Fix mistakes. If you think you can goo and not make mistaker, you are very wrong. Right. Let's leave the jet alone for a while. Let it dry. Let's put in this grate. Round here. Where's the skinny bitch? There we go. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo. Right. Painting goo. Need kind of a rust color. Painting goo 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 goo. Take some of that raw umber. Make some permanent scarlet. Let's make some rust. Way too much scarlet. More brown. Less red. Painting goo 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 goo. PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU. Painting distant Jews can be tricky. So much brack. Painting. Goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting Jews. Painting goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo, goo goo goo. Painting Jew, goo goo goo. Painting Jew, goo goo goo. Right, we need some fresh color. Make it kind of pinky. And get some brown in there. Painting goo, 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 goo. Now that's tone. I can imagine some people would find this slightly offensive. Which just makes it funnier for me. Look at them. Freeing from the war they created. Into the tiny hole with the grate. Let's do some work on this burning elk corpse. Painting. Go. Painting. Go. 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 Right. Whilst that dries, I shall take a moment and announce today's phrase of the day. Ah, perfect. Excellent. The music even broke for me. Ha! My timing is impeccable this fine Monday. Right, a quick sip. Female! Ah, glorious. Coffee! Yes! I love you! Ah, glorious. Right! A ding of my tiny dong was not just to make sure the female had been summoned correctly, but it was also time, and is time, to announce today's phrase of the day. Ah, granted to us by our very own funny man, Desmondo-sama. Right, I have it here. One more ding of the dong to cleanse your chi, you filthy mortals. I send cleansing vibrations through the interwebs to allow your rusty, dirty chi to begin to flow freely, if it hasn't already. I mean, when you come to PEINTEINGU, one should probably have cultivated much chi in preparation for PEINTEINGU if you had any honor, but many of you, most of you, are scum, filthy mortals, who do not bother to pay for PEINTEINGU, or like and share and subscribe to PEINTEINGU. I see you! Watching PEINTEINGU, listening to PEINTEINGU, and not partaking in the goo. And you bring great shame upon yourself and your ancestors. And if you do not pay for PEINTEINGU, I will fling my giant tiger at you. I'm not messing, I have a giant tiger, and I will fling him at you. Look at him. Have you forgotten of Garos the Great? The great Garos, who reminds you to like and subscribe to PEINTEINGU. He doesn't tell you to pay for PEINTEINGU, but he reminds you to like and subscribe to PEINTEINGU, or I will fling him at you. I have to find the right angle. There we go. Everybody, witness Myro the monkey. Look at that. That is an empty tip bowl. If it's not, the monkey may go hungry. Are you going to let that monkey go hungry? Huh? Despicable. Despicable, filthy mortal scum. Allowing the monkey to go hungry. It's basically just coffee now. Glorious. Right, today's phrase of the day. He who says, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," has not watched Indian workplace accidents. This is very true. Very true. Much mechanical madness takes place in these giant industrial workplaces, with very little safety equipment or even thought towards safety. I can imagine many an Indian has lost rim and digits simply working at shitty job. And that doesn't kill him. And it doesn't make him stronger. Losing a rim doesn't make you stronger. Definitely not physically, maybe spiritually and mentally. You could argue that making a Indian work in one of those factories and subsequently lose a finger or a toe or a foot or an arm or even half his spinal column definitely does not make him physically stronger. But mentally and spiritually, there would be an argument for that. Again, today's phrase of the day. He who says what doesn't kill you makes you stronger has not watched Indian workplace accidents. It is simply true. It is simply true. As of this week, my gym membership has been cancelled. I shall no longer attend the one near work, for there is one that is far closer to home for a cheaper price. Ah. Interesting. You have changed your place of gaim. Glorious. It is indeed glorious to gaim, but you mustn't do it if it is hurting your pocket or your healthy routine. If your gaim is being ruined by certain circumstances, then you must gaim somewhere else. Right, back to the tunes. I said back to the there we go. Excuse me, Micah. Right, let's fix this jet, shall we? It's vexing me now. I don't like being vexed by things, in case you haven't noticed. In case any of you are actually paying attention to the goo and the various happenings. The roar of PEINTEINGU is quite extensive now. Don't be too wrong now, or till I begin the work on the great book of Paintingu. And if any newcomers are wondering why my face is so illuminated, it's because the glorious light of heaven is right there. It's got nothing to do with my substandard writing equipment. Painting. Let's fix this bitch. Not even Safety Sander can save you from being eviscerated by a running wraith. Ugh. The roar is as glorious as the roar. Oh, how dare you! How dare you, Desmondo! Painting. Painting, goo 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 goo. Painting, goo 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 goo. That's better. That's much better. Thank you, my beautiful female. Careful! Careful! You trip on the cable! I saw it move! Do not touch of it! Avoid it at all costs! Harf, sugar, milk. Much better. That's why Micah looks like he only has one eye. Yes, indeed. Indeed, the writing is glorious. As long as you can see the Paintingu, I care not. As much there is plenty of roar to Paintingu. Paintingu is not really about me, it's about the Paintingu. And why I'm Paintinguing. Which is to remind you, filthy mortals, of the good, the true, and the beautiful. And to pay for Paintingu! If you have recently paid for Paintingu, do not heed that message. That will do. That will do, pig. That will do. Tone. I do love a good bend in the strings. For as little as 25 cents a month, or the street value of a jar of piss, you too can feed a starving Irish artist. That's demigod to you, Desmond. You fair again, Mardio. You clumsy female. Oof. Oof, Mardio. You must be careful, Mardio-sama. You must be careful in your fragile state. Plenty of rest. Even if that means missing PEINTEINGU. You must rest, Mardio-sama. People would think you have joined the Illuminati with your black eye. With this donation, you can show I don't care. I will not show your black eye. Would be silly. Just knowing that you are injured is enough. Do not want to worry the Japanite clan. Must mend yourself, Mario-sama. With this donation, you can receive a bracelet of grass clippings and assorted strands of orange hair. A painting of your sponsored demigod artist and a dairy rice string. Stop lying, Desmond-sama. There are actually things you can receive if you pay for PEINTEINGU. And some of those are not them. That is false advertisement, Desmond-sama. That is how the gammas of the future are like, see, look! I didn't get my strands of orange hair or a painting of my sponsored demigod artist. Oh, Desmond-sama. Grass clippings! Congratulations! You have paid for PEINTEINGU. You will, in short order, get in the post some grass clippings. Thank you for your patronage to PEINTEINGU. Here's your grass. Jesus Christ. Yes, Mario-sama. Your monthly patronage to PEINTEINGU is still in full effect, as far as I can tell, anyway. Domo, Mario-sama. Domo. You are too good to me, Mario-sama. PEINTEINGU. Goo goo goo. PEINTEINGU. Goo goo goo. Domo arigato, female. Glorious. Glorious caffeine. Please do take care, Mario-sama. We wish you to be around and intact for a long while. I agree. You must be careful, Mario-sama. The Japanite clan would not be the same without you, Mario-sama. We would no longer have a female elder. It would be very melancholy. PEINTEINGU. Goo goo goo. PEINTEINGU. Goo goo goo. This is true. And I don't believe I could find another woman my age that would watch over your... Ah, Margia-sama. You are a beautiful old soul. We could never replace you, Margia-sama. I think this PEINTEINGU deserves to not have a son. What do you think? If somebody told me there was no sun in Israel, I would believe them. Painting goo goo. Goo goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo goo goo. Oh, excuse me, biker. Hey. Right. I do believe that is all I can really do with this one. Israeli Jew Elk. I want to overwork it. It has a certain messy charm to it. I like it. I suppose I could do a better job of the jet, but... then the jet would be the main character. And the main characters in Israel are the Jews. And the female did not know this. I found this very funny. Very funny. I was telling the female about how we ended up in Israel. And she was like, Is that with the Jews? Is that with the Jews? Is that the one? And I was like, yes, that's the one. How blessed am I to be with a female who literally couldn't give a flying fuck about all that shit. Hilarious. Doesn't even know if Israel is originally where the Jews are from. I found this very funny. Glorious. Right. I'm going to leave it there for today, my beloved Japonaita. Tomorrow shall be a new PEINTEINGU. I shall sign this bitch. Ah, TJWK Islander. Welcome. You've arrived just in time for me to bid you farewell. Just signing this bitch. And then we're off. Off to the races, as they say. Right, Israeli Jew Elk is complete. It has been signed. Tomorrow, I shall return. Same timer, same pacer, same high-octane PEINTEINGU energy. Probably not metal tunes. We shall leave it to metal Mondays. It may be Fridays, depends on how I'm feeling. I do love metal. I love it. But anyway, my beloved Japoniter, and all you other filthy mortal scum, if you haven't paid for PEINTEINGU recently, then pay for PEINTEINGU. Huh? I shall see you tomorrow. In the meantime, be good, be true, and be beautiful.